It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Buccaneers' speedy running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Buccaneers and the Hawks under the lights on Sunday night.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 58 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Matthews working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards there for number 15. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss. Okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on 3rd down, Matthews. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical?
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Richardson to throw off play action. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 3rd and 9. Richardson out of the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
Well, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Galloway. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Galloway. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Powers through it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Matthews. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Now Richardson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Richardson on the bootleg here. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Here's a 2nd and 5 as they've got it as we resume action. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Back to the same target, Campbell. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Achane to start the drive. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Matthews. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Matthews. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Matthews. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Matthews. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Matthews. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This 2nd and 4. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Yeah, Richardson yet again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Richardson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Bryce Young, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Tua Tagovailoa, a touchdown pass in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Chargers. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Had no big man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and 1. Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Galloway. Oh, look at the juke. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action with Richardson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it is caught. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 68 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Richardson will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Matthews. He has Hyatt over the middle.
Matthews pass complete to Jalen Hyatt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Matthews throwing the out route incomplete. That's Crawford. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Buccaneer first down.
Running left, Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw on third down. Matthews. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Matthews. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Matthews. He finds his man. Complete. It's Crawford. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
They'll look to throw again. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Bellinger. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Buccaneer first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Crawford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Matthews over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Matthews. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trayvon Walker. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off the play fake. Matthews. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Richardson now on 2nd down.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 in the Seahawk first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They run the counter. Galloway, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, Galloway, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Matthews. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Galloway. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
For the field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Throwing to start the drive. Matthews.
Completed to Hyatt.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Matthews.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him. And it's
now Richardson.
got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Richardson looking to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Off play action. Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Galloway. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now it's Barner. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They go play action here on 1st down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Big strides, look at him go.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And out now come the Seahawks. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love